There are a lot of good hairstyling products by well-known brands these days, and the latest obsession for us beauty gadget junkies is styling tools that can take care of multiple needs in one device. Case in point, the Sharq Flex Style. It's a blow dryer, styling brush, and curling device all in one. It's not that much different from something like a Dyson Airwrap, if I'm being honest, but that gadget costs many times what this one does. So in this review, I'll take a look at what this device can do, how well it blow dries and styles hair, as well as how it curls too. I'll wrap up by telling you if I think I can recommend the Sharq Flex Style for you. Let's start with what's in the box. There is plenty inside here, so let's pull it apart and take a closer look. There is the main motor wand and an array of styling attachments. The main motor wand is unique in that it can adjust its position with the click of a button, turning from a small but powerful direction wire into a wand that can also be used with all the attachments. On the handle are the controls. There's a power button plus 3 airflow speeds. There's low, medium, and high, and 3 temperature settings, plus a cool shot button. Attachments are added or removed by clicking the release button. When it comes to those attachments, there's a round brush, a flat paddle brush, a directional blow drying nozzle, and 2 curling wand attachments labeled left and right, and we'll get to more on these in a sec. One of the first things I noticed about these attachments is that they don't simply use plastic bristles. There appear to be something akin to natural fiber bristles on each of the attachments. Each of them simply snaps into the end of the wand. If you want to use it for blow drying, just remove the styling attachment, then release the lock to transform the Flex Style into an L-shaped blow dryer. Flex Style uses heated air to dry and style your hair. Sharq claims there's no heat damage, but doesn't explain how that's possible. The Sharq Flex Style handle here measures about 11.5 inches, and it does balloon to about 17.5 inches with some of these attachments, so it is not small, and the device itself weighs about 1.5 pounds. Let's take a look at how it works and how I used it. We'll start with the hair drying. The Sharq Flex Style has a 1300 watt motor. One of the first things I noticed about using the Flex Style as a dryer is that the nozzle is quite small. Size-wise, it's more akin to a travel hair dryer than a full-size hair dryer, but the wattage keeps it powerful. Initially, I thought the narrow size of the barrel opening here would mean it takes longer to dry my hair, but I was surprised to find just the opposite. I was able to rough dry my longer hair in an outstandingly quick 3 to 4 minutes. I also found that narrow opening and the L shape was actually a little better able to get in towards the roots, giving them a really good lift, an unexpected but pleasant surprise. I tried both attachments. The round or the oval brush attachment is meant to give more bounce and lift to your look, while the flatter paddle brush is aimed at getting smoother, sleeker strands. Ideally, you'll rough dry your hair first, then finish with one of these. The oval brush did a great job of giving me bounce, and it dried my hair quite effectively. I also really began to appreciate those smaller hairbrush fibers, since they seem to grip my hair a lot better, resulting in a slightly slower pull-through and more effective drying with fewer passes. The oval brush has a handy nub on top, which Sharq calls a cool touch location, but I found it also provided an alternate area to grip when trying to create smooth bounce. I also found those cool touch knobs to be quite handy to take some of the pressure off my wrists and shoulders, since after styling my entire head, the Flex Style did start to feel a bit heavy. The paddle brush attachment doesn't have a similar nib, and I found myself wishing it did. Even so, I was able to get fairly sleek results. With this brush attachment, I did find it was a little easier for the powerful motor to kind of blow the hair off the brush as opposed to holding it against the heat output, and as a result, I personally needed to use extra passes with this brush to get my final look. It's not necessarily a criticism, but just something to be aware of if your preference is for that type of style. Let's get to those 2 auto wrap curling attachments. As I said earlier, they're labeled left and right. Unfortunately, the operation is simple. Use the one marked left on the left side of your head and the right on the right. This will give you a more balanced look than simply curling your whole head with curls all going in one direction. Each of these curling attachments also has a cool touch knob, which does make it easier to operate. These stylers use what's called Coanda technology, which essentially, and in my assessment of it, sucks your hair onto the barrel, wraps it around, and holds it there with hot air, creating the curl. Now, it seems weird to have that almost magnetic sucking effect since the dryer is actually blowing air out, but that's kind of how it feels to use. And I also feel that this clip will one day be on a blooper reel somewhere. I have never used this type of styling tool before, so there was a bit of a learning curve for me, and between trying to use left and right and looking in the mirror and getting turned around and making a video, it did take a bit to try to get the hang of it. To use this effectively, your hair should be at least 80 to 90% dry, if not fully so. To use the auto wrap curler attachments properly, you want to work in smaller sections, smaller than you might with a curling iron or a wand, for example, more like 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Turn the styling wand on and bring it around behind the ends of your hair, and then let the ends get caught up in the vortex and wrap themselves around the barrel. This should happen automatically. Once the ends have wrapped, you can let go of the rest of your hair section and then slowly bring the barrel towards your head. Your hair should continue to wrap itself around the barrel, and you don't need to twist the wand to help it, though I did end up trying this early in my testing. Sharq recommends you hold the barrel in place for about 10 seconds, then blast it with the cool shot button for a further 10 seconds to lock your curl into place. The wand will really only hoover up as much hair as it can manage, so if you grab too much, it just won't take it and it'll kind of fall off the barrel. To get it to grip, you can also use kind of like a casting technique for fishing, where you move the wand closer and further from your head to try and catch as much hair as the wand can take. Like I said, this takes some practice, but didn't your first curling iron also take practice too? In my testing, I found that creating the looser waves I was after were possible in more like 6 to 8 seconds and without needing the cool shot button. In short, there is a learning curve to this technology, like anything, but you'll figure it out after a few uses. It is actually quite effective and gave me really good results. With every attachment I used on this device, I actually felt like I got those good results and the style I was after. It's hard to fact check Sharq's claims about no heat damage since it's hard to tell in a short amount of time. I think for the most part though, this tool left my hair smooth and well styled, if it might be missing some of that smooth as glass feel. Overall, the hairdryer and attachments absolutely hold up to their advertising. The blow dryer, while it appears small, is quite powerful and effective. While the larger oval brush was my preferred attachment, the paddle brush attachment worked quite well too, if it did require a few more passes. The interesting auto wrap curling attachments do take some practice, but they are quite effective. I think this is also an ideal styling option to bring with you if you're traveling, since it's effective, but it can be broken down or folded into smaller parts that would even hide in a carry-on. When it comes to the downsides of this device, using the tool does start to feel a bit heavy after a while, and the paddle brush, in my opinion, could certainly use a convenient place to grip to help with this. I'm also not 100% sold on the paddle brush's effectiveness, since it didn't really seem to grip my particular hair quite as well, but I am being a little nitpicky here. Although the Sharq Flex Style could use some small improvements, it is Sharq's first try at making a multi-styler, and it continues the Sharq Hyper Air's momentum in making premium type products more affordable. For that reason, I can definitely recommend the Sharq Flex Style to you.
Hi, my name is Ellie, and today I'm going to give you guys a quick little review on the Sharq Flex Style. I wanted to come on here to share a video of what it's like to use the Sharq Flex Style, all the barrels, all the attachments on shorter hair, because I rarely ever see videos of people with shorter hair who use this product. So let me go ahead and get my hair partly dry, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. It has officially been 1 minute and 30 seconds. My hair is about 70% dry. I like to take the brush attachment and just go through it because my hair gets really frizzy if I don't. So I focus on the roots and flattening up everything around there, and I get it to be about 85% dry. Alrighty, my hair is about 85% dry now, and now it's time for the fun part. It's very important to get clean sections like this. Make sure you have it separated so you're not getting a bunch of different random hair. I just turn this on. hold it at the end, and then turn it up. Turn it off, and then let her slide down. Are you kidding me? This looks so good. So I'm gonna flip to the other side. I'm usually not too worried about these front little pieces because I go through and do it at the end. Now is the fun part of just combing through it all. My hair feels so light, so fluffy, and it's so voluminous. It just looks so good. Big confidence boost. So onto my favorite things about the Sharq Flex Style. Obviously, it's very convenient. You can put all of your attachments on super easily, super quickly. I absolutely love that it turns like this because then I can turn it into just a regular hair dryer, which is very convenient because I don't always want to style my hair. I just want to blow dry it. This is the most powerful hair dryer that I have ever owned, and this thing is built to last. When I opened this, and I was just blown away by the quality. If you're looking for a sign to buy the Sharq Flex Style, this is it.
Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and a review on the Sharq Flex Style. It's a hair dryer, curling iron, all in one. So it comes in a really nice box. Let's open it up. Ooh, looks like it's packaged very nicely. Let's get everything out. Alright, let's get the parts out. Okay, so I've got everything unboxed. Here's the cord. Now it does have this kind of like power supply on the cord. This is what you're going to plug in. 2-prong. Here's the actual hair dryer. It's got this lock button, so when you want to rotate it, it locks down. And when you want to rotate it back up, okay, there's where the hot air is going to come out. Okay, so I've got it plugged in. Let's use it as a blow dryer first. You've got a power switch here you're going to slide up. You've got 3 levels of heat, 3 fan speeds, but you can also turn the heat all the way off. And this is like a cold burst. So if you do have the heat on, press this momentarily, it will do a cold burst. So turn it on. Again, there's 1. Now I can turn, if there's no lights on, there's not going to be any hot air coming out. There's low, medium, and high. There's medium speed, there's high speed. And then again, if I press that button there, all the red ones go out, so it's doing a cold burst. So there's a lot of air coming out of there. So you can tell that it's sucking air in right around here. The cord is flexible. Okay, so the hot air is about 270. There's 310, 314. And then so it turns. So the curler attachments have a left and a right, depending on which way you want your curl to go. So they're very simple to install. You're just going to push them down. That's going to click up. When you want to take it off, just rotate it out. Okay, so when these are installed, they don't rotate or anything. The air is just directed out at a different direction, depending on if you've got right or left. So that's the arrow you'll wrap the hair. The air comes out these vents right here. All of it is directed on these vents. Now be careful, these can get a little hot, but you're simply going to take it off. You can put the other one on, take it off. Same with these attachments, you're just going to kind of put them on. They just rotate just a little bit. You'll hear it click. Turn it on. So even with the attachment on, I can put it at a 90-degree angle if that would work better for me, but most of the time you're going to use it as a straight. So with this attachment, it's a little oval, but it's basically going to come out all around. With this one, it's mainly on one side. Okay, so let's do some measuring. That's about 5 inches. Same with that one. About 4 1/4 is where the actual air comes out. The curling ones, about 5 inches. You know, they're about 1.5 inches wide. So when it's in its straight line, it's 11 inches. Let's rotate it. It is right about 8.5, and it's kind of angled. That's kind of it's not a perfectly 90-degree angle, so about 4.5 that way. But it feels really good in your hand. Again, all the air is being intake right there. Very easy to turn on and off. Let's put the concentrator on. Now it rotates, so I can rotate that any which way I want. And its opening is right around 2 inches and sticks out about 2 3/4. That's a really nice feature that the cord swivels. It never has to go back the original way. I can just keep swiveling that. That's a really nice feature. Now the cord is slick, but it feels very heavy duty. So in here it talks about the curling iron function. You're gonna kind of start, and then you're gonna wrap it, you're gonna use the handle to kind of wrap it around the hair. So it looks very simple to use. Again, it's not super loud. It's very lightweight. I don't think the cord's gonna get tangled up a bunch. So I hope this video helps. Thanks everybody for watching.
This is the Sharq Flex Style air styling and drying system. My husband bought me this for my birthday, thanks to you telling him that I wanted it. We all know the competitor that's out there that is really, really expensive, and so I don't want that one. So I decided to try out this one, and I'm so happy that my husband bought it for me. I have really curly hair. It's like out of control, and so you never quite know if it's gonna work on your hair. It comes with several attachments. It feels really good in the hand. I have like medium-sized hands. You can make it into just a hair dryer, and it is very powerful. Like powerful enough that I just scared the dog away. Turning it on here. It has a cool shot. It has power modes and everything like that. It comes with several attachments, and they're very easy to lock on, like this one. This is the attachment that I use to finish off my hair. It is like a pretty thick brush, and it really holds my hair well, and I find that my hair, I could do it in like 20 minutes now with this thing. What do you think about the weight?
Oh, it's very light.
Yeah, it's very light.
It looks heavy, but it's not.
I will start off by using the flat edge brush to kind of just like start combing out my hair, and then I'll finish it with the round brush. It does have like the air wrap wands here.
Curling wands.
Yeah, so these are the curling wands, and I'm just gonna be honest, I don't use them often. It could be because I just don't have the patience for it. Like I will literally just do my hair with these two things, and then I have curling irons, and I will just finish off my hair with that really quick. I feel like this is like a gentler way to curl your hair. I don't want gentle because my hair is very like frizzy and thick, and so it just doesn't feel suited for this type of thing. I might not be using it right though. I feel like you have to use really small sections in order to do this, and then it's almost like too light. To me, it doesn't seem like right. If you have thin hair, this is gonna work way better for you than someone like me who has like super thick and curly hair. I need something with like a lot of heat. But if you have thinner hair, then this might work really well. And it does use like the force to like kind of grab. I don't know if you want to force. You want to try it? So, there.
Oh, yeah. There's a ringlet there.
If you're looking for like the wrap, then it does it. And it does it well. There's a little ringlet there.
Yeah.
See?
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of technique that you have to get used to.
So, you know, there's ones that go this way and ones that go this way. So if you do it this way, everything will be facing this.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you have to switch it out midway. Yeah. See, look, it worked pretty well. And it's not like super hot. You could see that I could literally grab the curl off of there if you want to pin up the curls. Maybe I'll give it more of a try. I don't know. I'm kind of a creature of habit. And so I've just been using my old curling iron, but maybe, you know, I did it way better with you than I did with me. Overall, I'm really, really enjoying it so far. I think I do need a little bit more practice with these ones, just being honest, but yeah, 100% worth it. Love it.